All right, we good?
All set?
We're all set. We are here.
We are back for, what is this, week number 4?
Week number 4.
Week number 4, and paying a little tribute to our veterans out there. Veterans Day's on Sunday.
Yes,
so
it is.
we have any veterans out there, and I'm sure we do.
I know
You know,
several.
congrats and thank you for being there for us.
Yes. Thank you for all you do so that we can do what we do.
He's Mario, I'm Carl, and here we are. We're back for another week.
Yes, we are.
We must be doing something right.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah. I have no idea because I'm just trying to figure things out right now.
Uh-oh. Another glitch?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Nah. I got you. And
So
I'll get
for
me. So you start.
for everybody out there, we've got a new page on Facebook, This Fan's View, that we would like everyone to take a look at. If you like it, you share it. If you participate tonight with a question or a comment, we've got a little Eagles prize pack here. That's the coach's sun visor, lanyard, car decal. So we've got little something going on. But you got to like the page, you got to share the page.
And you got to ask a question or make a comment.
Yeah, so we need some participation.
Our first comment
There you go.
from Marge.
Ah. Hi guys.
So, hi, Mom.
So, yeah, we're it's a work in progress. We like it. We hope you do. So we appreciate everybody giving us tons of support.
Yes.
We've had the first 3 weeks have been rather successful. We're getting a lot of views and a lot of different comments during the week afterwards, and so that's why we're here. So let's kick this thing off with it's Cowboy Week.
It's Dallas Sucks Week, to be more specific. So, Dallas sucks, and they proved that by losing Monday night to make every one of us happy. And then they are going to lose Sunday. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Here at the Link, Sunday night.
Prime time.
And where are you going to watch a game?
I'll be there.
Yeah, all right.
I'm in the house. My little wussy ass will get bundled up, and because I hear it's supposed to be pretty cold.
It's supposed to be cold and windy.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be good because if it's going to be windy, you're talking. I think they were talking 40 miles an hour for the winds on Sunday.
Run the ball.
Yeah.
Run the
So it's going
ball.
to be a lot of running.
A lot of running.
So
the Eagles are a 6-point favorite as of right now. So things are looking good on South Broad Street.
yeah, hopefully we will be 5-4.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So as we speak, it looks like Darren Sproles, Tim Jernigan's, and Corey Graham, all 3 are supposed to be back, which is that's bonus.
Yes.
To get those 3 guys back, back in the lineup. I'm sure they'll all be on a short leash and not much of a every down type situation, but at least getting them back on the field to be good.
Okay.
So Sproles especially, I think he adds just a whole nother another dimension. Kick return. He's just so flexible on offense as to all the things that he can do. And then you factor in Golden Tate.
Yeah.
And
I think we're going to have a variety of options.
Carson can't have enough options.
Right.
So,
and that's going to be a good thing because I think it's going to throw the Cowboys off because they're not going to know what to do. At least I'm hoping anyway.
Well, they're on a short week. losing Monday night doesn't it's never good for Jerry World to lose. And to come into Philly, a big rivalry game.
Yeah.
The rivalry goes back decades. I mean, they asked Coach about it today during his press conference, and he didn't highlight too much on it because he wasn't giving out any bulletin board material.
Yes.
So
yeah,
he kind of just commented, it's a great rivalry, one that's been there for years, and so we've got we got a big game. We got a big game. This is the second half of the season.
Yes, we do.
Carson, a couple new weapons in Darren Sproles and Golden Tate to go along with what he's already has had, and so we're looking at a good, hopefully a good second half.
I'm hoping. Putting the link to our page in here, so you guys can share it. But I don't know. I'm hoping things go well Sunday, because I think this game is going to set the tone for the second half of the season. So
I agree.
It could be good, could be bad.
I agree. I like to look at it on a positive sense, and the fans are going to be into it. It's a big time national Sunday night game.
Yeah.
The link's going to be loud. The fans. They're
going to be drunk.
Well, of course, that goes without saying. But I think things have been pretty clean down there. I haven't heard too many crazy stories. Have you?
No, I mean, hey, we made it. We got out of London without getting arrested, so I think we should be good. But now we're on our home turf, where we think we can do anything. So we'll see what happens.
So I'm not a big point spread guy, but Eagles -6. Do you think they cover? You got a prediction?
I do. I'm picking the Eagles, and I'm going 10.
By 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got them covering?
Yes.
You have a score? I won't hold you to it.
No. I'm going to go even more, 28-14.
So that's 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
28-14.
How about you?
I don't really have a score prediction. I just need the W.
And I'm okay with that.
Just win.
I don't care how they do it.
Just win.
But
just win.
I think doubling Cowboys score.
Well, anytime you make the Cowboys look silly.
No, they do that on their own.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Question. Any chance we will ever see the rugby guy in the future? And what do you think about putting him as a running back in situations where we're yards from the goal line?
Coach was asked about that today,
and
he hinted at that there's a good possibility you could see him on a goal line situation.
Okay.
So I think he's a big boy.
Yeah,
he's a big boy. He's used to carrying the rock. So,
did you ever watch rugby?
I've seen bits and
pieces
of it. It is.
It's a mess. I love watching it. Whenever I can catch a game,
it just looks like a fire drill.
Yeah, because it never stops.
Right.
It never stops. You tackle somebody,
yeah.
They just pitch the ball to somebody else, and they keep on going. So
yeah, I think everybody's would be excited to see him. I know he was in uniform last game in London, but they didn't use him. I'm also hearing that that Lane Johnson could be a game time decision.
Yeah,
which will be great. To keep Carson as clean as possible. Always like to see that.
Yep.
Lane's a big time guy now on the line, so I'm glad to see he's healing up, and it's going to be a great game. It's Cowboy Week, and we're excited for it, right?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. I can't wait. I just got to figure out where I'm going to watch a game from.
Okay.
So
we can get back to some more Cowboy talk if the questions start to start to come in. But I'd like to just touch base on the Flyboys. The Flyboys are back home. They're back in Philly after a very, very successful road trip.
Yeah, they did better than we thought they were going to do.
Well, we had the coach getting fired, the captain getting traded. We had the Hextall blowing this whole thing up.
Yep.
It just
And they proved everybody wrong.
they got 7 out of a possible 8 points, 4 games.
Yeah, they took 3 out of
A
4.
very, very tough road trip out on the West Coast.
And they didn't lose, right?
They got a point. They got a point in the game that they lost in overtime.
Okay.
That's where the 7th point came in.
Okay. All right.
So,
Oh, somebody just said Flyers coach got fired? When? Chris, when did this happen?
no.
That can't be.
No.
That
No,
can't
we've got somebody trying to hijack our page. No, but I'll tell you the 2 coaches that were fired.
Well, this is the same guy that wants the flag back
Oh,
here.
well, he's. So we got John Stevens, a former Phantom coach,
Right.
assistant coach with the Flyers, went out to L.A. for a year and change. He got fired. And also Joel Quinville, who I believe won 3 Stanley Cups with the Chicago Blackhawks. He was let go yesterday.
Okay, he was
So-
talking about John Stevens.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry.
So that's two coaches that have been fired. So Hackstall has saved his butt for now.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. Are they playing tonight?
Nope, they're
off?
home. They're home tomorrow night to the Phoenix Coyotes.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Same team that we beat the other night. It's a home and home.
All right.
So we got to take our building back because the fans have been a little unruly lately down there. You know, booing. We can't have that.
And Gritty's not.
Well, you know, Gritty can only do so much. Gritty can only and you know
That is true.
what a great segue, because tomorrow here at Carl's Cards,
That's right. No, tomorrow.
Upper Deck Series 1 comes
Ah,
out.
that's right. Okay.
Upper Deck Series 1 comes out, and if you come in and spend $20, you get a free Gritty rookie card.
There you go.
These will be the hottest thing since what?
Sliced bread. We going with that?
Okay.
Since it's a staple.
So, if you want a Gritty rookie card, you need to come here tomorrow, because I got a funny feeling we got a very small amount of them. They're not going to last. You spend $20, that's 4 packs.
Now that's a good comment. Gritty would have been a legend at Wing Bowl.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
I'm waiting for somebody to take that over.
I don't think you're going to say it. I honestly don't. I think there's too much legalities now. You know, there's just too much. I guess we talked about that last week, didn't we? A
Yeah,
little bit.
we did. Yeah.
You know,
Sue wants one.
she wants what? Well, she has to come in and spend $20.
All right, you heard it, Sue. Sorry, you get no special treatment.
Whoa! Why you gotta sell me out? I didn't know who Sue was.
Come on,
There's other Sues that come in the store.
Okay,
Come
well-
on.
your wife wants one.
Oh,
Okay, so you get one.
unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, you know, here we are. You know, the Flyers are playing good again. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Hopefully they can keep it going. Coach has given a lot of credit to his veteran players, you know, that they stepped up, took a little pressure off the young guys.
So what do you think the difference was? I mean, it looked like they were kicking ass on the road.
You know,
So what changed?
I know they flip-flopped a couple of the lines.
Okay.
You know, I think, you know, the veteran guys just took a little bit more pressure off the young guys and said, look, we got this. Just follow the lead here.
Okay.
And
So now, do they keep that up going forward?
you would certainly hope so.
That would make
You
sense.
would certainly hope so. But this is where I think the fans come in and hopefully they score first tomorrow night,
Right.
get off on the right foot. The goalie, Picard, has played well for them.
Okay.
So hopefully, I'm hoping, he's back in. You got to ride the hot hand.
Yeah.
You got to ride. If you got a hot goalie, you got to ride him.
Right.
I see Jack Broders jumped on there.
Yep.
Which Jack got. Jack's a big Flyers guy.
Okay. He would rather have Gritty be the Flyers coach. Or yeah. So that might not be a bad
That
idea.
sounds like a Jack comment, by the way. He is not. He's not happy. He's probably less. He's not as happy. He's not happy. Trust me.
Who do you think has been the biggest surprise of the Flyers?
I don't think there's been any real big surprises. I think our captain needs to step up every night and lead by example.
Okay.
So I want Giroux to be that guy every night.
Okay.
I want him to lead by example. You're wearing that C for a reason.
Yeah.
And, they've got some talent on that team, but they've got to play as a unit, and I think they showed that on the West Coast.
Right.
That they can. Now, what the difference was from the time they left Philly to the West Coast, I don't know. So hopefully our boys are back home tomorrow night in the same frame of mind, and we can grab that W tomorrow night.
All right. Where are they in the standings right now?
We got work to do.
Okay.
We got work to do.
All right.
We got work to do.
There's still a lot of season left too. So
Hey, the hot team right now is, I believe, the New York Islanders.
okay.
And
You know how we feel about New York.
they simply hired the Stanley Cup champion coach away from Washington, who didn't want him anymore.
Right.
So he took his philosophies to the island, and he's got them playing really good hockey.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we got some work to do. But I if you can take this road trip and work on that, build
Right.
on that, I think that's a good thing.
And a good coach would build on their successes.
Absolutely.
Would make sense.
And if it was working on the road, it needs to continue to work at home.
And if it doesn't work at home, then there's a bigger problem.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't want to go down that road because we maybe we got over that hurdle. You know what I mean? Maybe
Well, he made the necessary changes, and it looks like it worked. So hopefully,
I'm not into just fire a coach to fire a coach.
no.
You know what I mean? I'm just, if it makes sense and he's lost the team and, you got to go in a different direction.
Right.
I would think a trade would be more of a probability before firing the coach.
Jack thinks the Phoenix coach has more heart than the entire Flyers roster.
Who was that? Rick
Jack.
Tocchet.
No. Oh, is it? Is that who it is?
The Phoenix coach?
Is it really?
It's Rick Tocchet. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's a huge Tocchet fan.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah, I'd love to have Tocchet here as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah, he was a monster when he was here.
yeah.
So,
So, moving on, the Sixers are in. Where are they at tonight? They're in Indiana tonight, taking on the Pacers.
okay.
Taking on the Pacers, and just in case you didn't do your homework, the
I
Sixers
didn't.
still haven't won on the road.
No, they have not.
Still have not.
That
won
much
it.
I know.
They
That
have
much
not.
I know.
They have not won on the road. They are 0-5 on the road.
Have they won every game at home?
6-0.
So
How do you figure that out? Come on.
that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
And I mean,
It's not like the home crowd's really giving them anything to.
they got blown out the other night in Brooklyn by the Nets,
Yeah, I
and
did
that's
see
just
that.
that should not happen.
I did see that. Yeah.
That should not happen.
Yeah.
I mean, so you got the Sixers absolutely dominating at home and absolutely worthless on the road. Complete opposites.
Okay. So what causes that? What could cause that?
Letdowns.
Yeah.
Teams just like we just talked about with the Flyers. I mean, you got to have a leader. You got to have somebody that can say, "Come on, we got this tonight."
Right. And
You know what I
Embiid
mean?
can't do
Let's-
it all. We know that.
Well, I mean, he's such, and I love him to death, but he does. You got pieces there,
Yeah.
and I just think coach needs to, get the right situation. He may not be starting the best 5.
But there's a button there.
He's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's why he's the coach.
I'm just curious as to what the difference is between what they're doing here and what they're doing at home. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Home court advantage. I know the Sixer fans. That place is jumping. It's they get into it. They're rowdy.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
rowdy.
I get that. I do
rowdy.
get that.
And
But
Embiid feeds off of that.
does
I
it
think
make
Ben's,
that much of a difference?
apparently so. I mean, come on.
Wow.
You know.
Okay. All right.
You know, but I think what matters to a young team when they get down early,
Right.
I think, it gets sucked out of them.
Okay.
The wind gets sucked out of them. They get down and they don't have that veteran leader to get them back in the game.
Okay.
They just don't have that guy. Their most veteran guy is who? J.J. Redick, and all he does is throw up threes.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
I mean, great 3-point guy, love him, but, I think we still need, when Coach and the Sixers were star hunting
Right.
in the offseason and came up empty, I think we need
As we normally do.
I think we need to continue to star hunt.
Okay.
I think they need, they definitely need a couple pieces, to get that team on the right track.
Okay.
Road wins are tough to come by.
Yeah,
regardless.
I mean, I do get that. I
Especially
really do.
in the NBA, back-to-back games. Your big guys, get burnt out. And
Okay.
it's a tough deal. I'd like to see them be a little more competitive on the road.
That would be nice.
They're getting beat up bad. They're
Well,
getting beat up bad, and so the Pacers they're 7-4, so they got a lot of work to do tonight to beat the Pacers.
yeah. Which
So
do you think they do?
I do not.
Okay.
I just think the Pacers are too good at home,
Okay.
and unless the Sixers play a phenomenal game and their scoring is on and they're not missing their threes and the defense. I mean, it all starts with defense. Let's face it. You got to stop your guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fast break the other end, and they just haven't been able to get that all together.
Question: do you think the Sixers could tank for Zion?
I thought we were past the tanking. I thought we were past the tanking.
Okay. We're past the tanking, Chris. Sorry.
Is this our same Chris guy?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's
He wants that flag.
He's multi-sport, huh?
He wants that flag.
He's got it all going on. Do I know Chris?
No.
He's one of your guys?
Yeah. So Chris is a good guy, though.
Okay. Hey, they're all good. They're all if they're following us, they got to be good.
Or
No?
crazy, one of the two.
I don't know. So, probably the most interesting part, and I have a tough time, getting past Dallas week because I think that's the game of the week.
Yeah, that I think that's going to trump everything. So,
Free agent baseball is here, my man.
free agent baseball is here, and we had a
Free
very lengthy
agent
conversation
baseball
about
is
this.
Here, it's live.
Yeah.
The GMs are nestled in some rooms out in California somewhere, and they're trading rookie cards for.
They're not doing anything. They're sitting there. They're drinking beer. They're having some wings, or as you put it, tea and crumpets.
Do you think they're drinking beer? And
I think-
eating wings.
Seriously? Well, okay. So, no.
Is that what we're going to do after the show?
That's what we're going to do after the show.
Jeez.
So we're going to have fun.
So, let's talk about some free agents.
All right, let's talk about some free agents. So, the top two, everybody knows, Machado, Harper. Which one did we go for, and what do we have to give up to get it?
I heard the checkbook's pretty big.
Okay, so if you had your choice, and we've talked about this before, if you had your choice between Machado and Harper, who do you go for?
I'm a Harper guy. I've
Okay.
been a Harper guy. I think Harper, needs a new, just a new uniform, a new city. And I just think, Philadelphia would be the perfect place for him.
Right.
He's going to get to play Washington a
ton
whole
of
lot.
times.
A whole lot. So,
Yeah.
obviously, he didn't want to play in Washington. He turned down the $300 million, deal. I just think Harper.
That's a little cocky for me.
It's a lot of cocky. That's a lot of cocky.
I was being nice.
I just think he's a guy that just brings stability to the team right out of the chute.
Yeah, I was never a Harper fan, but
What don't you like about him?
he's cocky. He's an ass. He's going to end up hurting himself, but for a good reason, because he's Utley-esque. I'll use that because he puts his entire body into the game. The problem that I have with him is he doesn't know where he is in the field, so he usually ends up getting hurt by running into the wall or tripping over the fence or doing something like that. So
I don't have a problem with that. With a guy being aggressive.
I'll tell you why. Because
maybe $400 million will make me want to change.
Right. But see, here's my problem with that. I don't want what could happen to him, which happened to Howard. He signs a big contract, and then the next year gets hurt, and we're stuck with the big contract. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's a possibility.
I don't think they're both on the same page.
No, but I'm just
Howard
saying,
got
that situation.
We all know Howard got that contract.
That was a legacy contract.
Based on what he did, not what he's going to do.
Right.
And it was unfortunate that he blew out his Achilles, you know what I mean? And it just never happened.
Now, here's a question. Jim Wright wants to know, would you like to see Harper come here or get pitching instead of Harper?
Well, I think you need to... We
need both.
Yes, absolutely.
We do need both.
Absolutely. And that's a great question, Jim, because I don't think Arrieta's going to have another miserable year. I think he's going to come back and he's going to give you the year that we were hoping.
Right.
So you mix that in with Nola. So now you need a number 3. Could that be, can that be Pivetta? Can Pivetta stabilize, what he's got going on? Can he be the 3 or 4 or 5, in the rotation?
Yeah.
Okay. So throwing him in the mix, you still need to come up with a free agent pitcher.
Okay.
You need to sign a free agent pitcher. But before we get to that, we need to figure out this Harper thing and why we don't want Machado. But Harper's too cocky.
Well,
so I need some.
Well, here's
okay. You
my
got
thought.
it. You're
my
spinning.
thought process.
Okay.
Yes, my thought process is Harper's a cocky son of a bitch.
Okay.
But could that work for us? Because he was cocky in Washington.
On the other side.
Right. But when he puts those pinstripes on, I say when, not if. When he puts pinstripes on, he'll be cocky for us, not against us. My thought or my concern was that he would become locker room cancer. But now my thought process is going that he could be the kick in the ass that we need. So
he's the type of talent that you need on this team because he brings so much to the table.
Right.
Every night.
Right.
He's going to play, barring any injuries, he's going to give you 162 games.
Do you think coming here, he could be the new leader of this team?
I'm not ready to anoint him the new leader.
Right.
But I'll tell you what.
It's a possibility.
He could be a big part of what we're building here.
It's a possibility.
And if they're willing to open up the checkbook and bring him here, why not?
I will tell you, and
you got inside scoop?
No. I wish I did, but
I thought you were smoking cigars with John Miller.
No. When
he sold his cigar company,
did he really?
A couple $1 billion, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't need the money. When, oh my God, I can't think of his name now. Papelbon when he was with
Oh,
Washington.
remember that whole thing?
Dude, when he grabbed Harper by the throat, I was cheering. I'm like, I'm not really a big Pap fan, but at that point, I was.
All right, so I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on record. I'm going to go on record
Okay.
just to save face.
Okay.
That A, you're not a Harper fan. You think he's too cocky. Well, it's out there.
No, but he is, but I think that would work in our favor when he comes here.
Okay.
So, before he was an ass.
You
I
didn't
couldn't
like
stand
him. You
him.
didn't like him.
Right.
You didn't
But-
like him because he played for the opposition.
Right. He's one of those people that you hate until he puts on your uniform.
Okay.
Right.
So-
So now, if he comes here and continues to be an ass and it works against us, get him the hell out.
Well, all right. So I'll ask you, what's your definition of being an ass?
Papelbon.
Paps wasn't happy when he grabbed him. I mean, that was.
Oh, I know.
But
I know.
in defense of that whole situation, I mean, he was let go.
No, I get that.
Papelbon,
No, I get it.
Never
yeah.
never to be seen again.
Right. Right.
Never to be heard of. Never to be seen again.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's Sue's boy. She went.
I know.
Drink.
Sorry, Sue.
She's gone drinking. She's gone drinking with him. So
I know. Sorry, Sue.
that's her boy.
But
so
no. Now, if
there's pictures out there.
I know,
There's pictures
I know.
out
I've
there.
seen them. I've seen
So,
them.
I'm just
And she's probably going to give me crap tonight.
That's
when we
okay.
see her.
That's okay. That's okay. There's pictures out there. All right.
But no,
I could just see me with pictures with like Lindsey Vaughn drinking. How's that working? How's that going over? Yeah. No
not
comment.
very well.
No comment. Right.
But so him being an ass would be coming here and disrupting the locker room.
I don't see that.
Right.
I really
right.
don't.
That was my concern.
I never heard. I never read anything out of Washington
Right.
that was an issue.
Right.
The way I see it, he's a team player.
But
And-
if he comes, and if he comes here,
Who's he going to butt heads with? Who would he butt? Who could he possibly butt heads with?
the people that he could have possibly butted heads with are not with the team anymore. So yeah, I'm okay unless it's Santana or somebody like that.
I just think this whole Phillies, the chemistry is you're building it.
Right.
You're building it.
Right.
You know what I mean? The main piece is Rhys Hoskins and Aaron Nola. They're your two main pieces.
Right.
That he needs to.
And if
become,
you can't get along
become buddies
with Hoskins, then something's wrong with you.
And Nola, come on.
Yeah. If you can't get along with those two, there's something wrong with you.
So, all right. So we'll get back to Jim Wright. They don't sign Machado. They don't sign Hoskins.
Hoskins?
Harper. Sorry.
Okay.
No Machado. No Harper.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to go after a pitcher.
Uh-huh.
What pitcher is out there that you really want to spend big money on?
Well, I know you were talking Kimbrel,
Well, he's a closer.
right?
He's a
Because
closer.
you want a starter,
So I'm okay with him closing.
right?
But
Because we don't have a starter right- or a closer
I need a
right
starter. I need a starter. So give me somebody off the free agent list.
Okay, so let's bring up the free agent list here.
Who what are my options that I don't have to pay $1 bazillion to?
Well, you got Corbin,
Well, he's probably the cream of the crop, right?
He's top of the list.
He's probably the cream of the crop, and he's probably going to want the majority of the money.
Then you got Keuchel.
I don't.
And he might not be a good fit for us.
There's a couple of players out there that
Right.
could be that are not on the free agent list. A couple players that you might have to trade for.
Okay.
That could be an option. But the one guy that's at the bottom of that list is Jay Happ,
Yeah.
who's known to Phillies fans.
I would love to have J Happ on this team.
I think Jay Happ fits back into to this, 5-man. They didn't trade for him at the deadline. The Yankees didn't give up much.
Yeah.
But I think he's a guy that fits in real nice with Nola, Arrieta, Jay Happ.
We do have a question. Is
Nick
Greinke
Pivetta.
a free agent?
Who?
Greinke.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think he is either.
no, I don't think Greinke is.
No, I don't think he is.
Does he have an opt-out clause like Kershaw did?
Oh, you know what? I don't know.
He might have but that would have surfaced. I don't think he is.
Okay.
I don't think and I don't want him. Well, you talk about somebody that's moody.
Most of your pitchers.
Yeah, but
are
he's.
moody.
You ever see him?
Yeah.
He drives me crazy. I don't know that Philly fans can put up with him.
Okay, so no Greinke.
No.
All right.
He's too cranky.
So we go for Hap, but they're going after this guy here, Kikuchi.
Though he's the Japanese
Yeah.
guy, right? 27 years old.
Yep.
But has Japan, have they thrown him out there yet? Because you got to, I don't know, what do they call that? His services have to be offered by Japan.
Yeah, as far as I know, he's on the list, but I don't know.
I
what
don't know that
Japan's-
he's been offered. And then you have to bid for,
Yeah.
bid for it, kind of like what
Yep.
they did in Anaheim with Otani.
Yeah.
You gotta work out all those. So that's a long shot, but that's a good long shot.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
a
and he's up there too. He's 11 on the list. So out of 25, the top 25, he's number 11.
So if you were, excuse me, if you
And
were
he's a lefty.
lefties
So.
are always good.
Yeah,
I like J Hap. Always did.
I do too.
I always did. I think he's got the capability. You get 15 wins out of him, 15
Yeah.
out of Arrieta.
Yeah.
And I think Nola has a 20 game, 20 win season next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
So we were talking about Sabathia. He's back with the Yankees.
he's back with the Yankees 1 year, $8 million. I don't know why, but
I think they're just going to let him finish out
I guess.
his career there.
But let's I've been reading a lot about this Marlins catcher, JT Realmuto.
Yes.
Young backstop, all-star. The Phillies are going to need
We're going to need a catcher.
we're either going to need a number 1 or a number 2. And if you were to trade for him,
Right.
he would be your number 1. He's an all-star. He's got a lot of talent.
Well-
a lot of talent.
And 10 to 1, we're probably going to not have Ramos.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So,
I don't see them re-signing him. I really don't.
Okay.
Did you see enough out of him?
No.
To want to. I mean, he's going to probably want a 2 or 3 year deal from somebody.
right.
And I think, I think you bring in JT from the Marlins, probably give up a young pitching prospect.
Yeah.
Let him and Alfaro duel it out.
Yeah.
And I think JT's going to win that battle. Initially.
Right.
I just think he's the better option right now, and
Yeah.
especially if you're building a squad to win now. I think Alfaro still needs a little bit of work.
He can't be our main go-to.
I'm not ready to discard him because he was the main piece in the Cole Hamels trade, and he's it. I mean, he's the last main piece in that trade.
Yeah.
And if you're ready to discard him, then
Not discard him. Just
Well-
I don't think he's going to be able to handle being a starting catcher.
we're gonna find out.
We're
I don't think we're gonna
have a choice.
find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
But now, if we say we keep him and we have him as our starter, who's our backup?
Well, you excuse me.
Bring somebody up.
You
from,
still have Knapp.
Yeah.
You still have Knapp,
Yeah.
and they like him, and he's serviceable. He could be a good 25th man on the roster, and you carry 3 catchers. It's not unheard of.
Yeah.
Good defense. I mean, if you there's a lot of ifs. There.
There always is when it comes to trades. There's always a lot of
Well,
ifs.
there's just a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of ifs right now, but I think you got to figure out first and foremost if it's Machado and Harper.
Right.
I think
that's the base.
That's your building block,
Right.
right there.
So
To go with what you have.
So they're Peter. They're the Rock, and you're going to build around them.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with you because I really the Harper thing is so interesting to me because he solidifies the whole outfield.
Okay.
He's your center fielder.
So
You get rid of Odubel, which is going to make a lot of people happy.
yes.
Okay.
So what?
And then you got Roman Quinn, as a possible candidate. You got Nick
Yeah.
Williams.
I like
You
that.
know, you can't discount Dylan Cousins. I still think Dylan's got a real good bat for somebody. I don't know if it's going to be in Philly or not.
Yeah.
But I just think Harper makes the most sense. The most sense playing center field, and batting fourth.
So is it just going to take $400 million over 10 years to get him, or we have to give up more? Maybe do a three-way trade,
Well, he's a free agent,
right?
so it's
Well,
all
yeah,
about
okay.
it's all
So
about
it's
money.
about this money.
It's all about money.
All right. So,
But
do we
again-
have the money to spend for him?
yeah, absolutely.
Right. Will we spend for him? That's the problem.
I don't think there's $40 million on the books right now.
Right.
So
But now my question is, do we spend that money for him? Because in past we have not. Phillies don't want to spend money.
well, this is the new day. This is
Okay.
the new day. Mr. John Middleton.
Middleton and Clintock and McPhail have not shown me anything in the last 2 years.
Well, this is the year we've been waiting for.
Okay.
You got the two big free agents.
Right.
They're going to be out there taking offers.
I want to see.
I don't want them both.
No.
I
no,
positively don't want them both.
No.
I think we have enough pieces to build around Harper.
Now you want to talk locker room cancer? That would be Machado.
Yeah, I just didn't like the playoffs with him.
Yeah.
I mean that really, he just
Yep.
he didn't play the game right.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
He just
His attitude is completely
He just
wrong.
did not play the game right, and I really I'd love to sit down and have a beer with him and ask him
I'd probably punch him in the face.
what were you thinking?
I'd probably punch him in
What
the
were you
face.
thinking?
Yeah.
I never saw that out of him in Baltimore.
No.
Never.
I don't know.
And
Maybe
I just like to.
maybe his meds were he was off his meds.
What's our fans saying?
Not saying much now. You guys are quiet.
So this prize pack hasn't
Oh no,
excited,
we've gotten
hasn't
a lot
excited-
of
hasn't
different
excited
comments.
Anybody? Come on,
A lot of different comments.
come on.
Let's see. Hap. What? Oh, Hap would be a good fit, but not consistent.
I just think
I don't know about that.
with Nola and Arrieta, just about anybody could be a good fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being a 3, 4, 5 guy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I like Hap.
Hey.
I liked him when he was here before, and
Now,
he's done.
there's a comment. You want to play with the big boys, you got to have big boys.
That's what the analytics is all about.
Yep.
You got to have the horses to run in the race.
Belinda's saying hold out another year for Trout. I don't think Trout's going to come here big. Well, as much as I
Is
really
that
want
Tom
him.
Fico's
Fico.
Fico?
Yes,
Sorry.
that's Tom's wife, who probably knows more about sports than he does.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I
she's-
like that.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
awesome.
are you kidding me? I mean, if somebody threw that out there that this was, you need to hold off another year for Trout.
Yeah.
I just don't see Anaheim letting him walk, and not.
But at that point, is it going to be about money for him or where he wants to go?
I think it's both. I
Okay.
think it's both because you got to remember they have agents, and they're going to want a big check.
Okay, all the trivia crews coming out now. They're all saying they want to hold out for Trout. But Trout's not a done deal.
There's no
It's
guarantee.
not going to be
There's no
100%
guarantee.
that we're going to get
There's
him.
no guarantee.
So, I mean, everybody knows that he's a
Well,
Philly
you know what?
fan.
You know what? Here's the problem. Here's the problem with Mike Trout. Him and Carson are buddy
Right.
now. They went hunting the bye week.
I think that put a lot of shit in people's heads.
It's. I'm a huge Trout fan.
Yeah, so am I.
The guy is an unbelievable talent.
Yes.
I just don't see Anaheim
And he's a
letting him walk
super nice
away.
guy, too.
Absolutely.
Super nice guy. Have you ever met him?
Absolutely. I have not.
I met him once.
I have not.
I was lucky enough. my niece got tickets to one of the Eagles games. So she was she's a hairdresser, so she was doing the hair for the cheerleaders, and I had to wait outside like a schlub till she got done. And there
So
was
you
these,
just were you Ubered her there. You were the driver.
yeah, I was the driver, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I am her favorite uncle, so she took me to
How
the
many
game.
other uncles does she have?
One. So
Next question.
yeah, so I'm sitting out in one of the, I think it was K lot, and the guy's throwing the ball around. This Mercedes pulls up. Had to be $120,000 Mercedes. Ball smacks it right in the thing. He gets out, and it's Mike Trout. I'm like, oh wow, you gotta be kidding. He picked up the ball, talked to everybody, came around and actually sat around and talked to everybody for a little while.
Wow.
He was very, very cool.
Nice.
Got up. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go. I'm not parking here.
Who fixed the car?
There's a little smudge. It's it.
Oh, okay.
So didn't really.
No big deal.
No. He didn't care. He's like, whatever, not a big deal. But super nice guy, and we know he's a Philly fan. We know he's got his heart here. But when it comes down to it, is he going to give up what he's going to have to give up to come here?
All right, I'm going to give you the big but.
Okay.
But he's a gigantic Eagles fan.
Right. I get that.
Okay. From Vineland, New Jersey.
I get that.
How about the pressure of playing in Philadelphia?
I know. Which he knows what the pressure is. So yeah, I don't know.
So if you had to put a trade together for him now, you'd have to wipe the cupboard clean. You'd have to give up,
Or you'd have
whole
to
lot,
exhaust all of our monetary resources.
you know. And I honestly think if Harper gets $400 million, what's Trout going to get? $500 million?
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's insane.
So we've got a couple comments.
It's insane.
Next year, Nolan Ariando becomes a free agent.
Nolan
Arenado. Sorry,
Arenado. He's with
Bob.
He's in.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's in Colorado.
Okay.
Third baseman
All right.
in Colorado. So
My buddy Bob says, pay him and he will come. Of course. But then we pay him, we can't pay other people. So it's a give and take. Says go after Harper this year, save money for next year, and get Arenado next year. Okay. I mean, that's an option. Yeah, people don't see Trout coming here because we're going to have to give up half the team.
but he's a free agent next year.
Right. He is a free agent next year.
He's a free agent next year. So
Now, if Clintock can work his magic, then we can get Trout this year, or Harper this year, and then see what we have to do to get Trout next year. I don't see that happening, but he seems to be able to think he can do
okay,
anything.
so let's expedite this process. You don't get Machado, you don't get Harper.
Okay.
You really land a good player. You know, other than a pitcher or two in free
Okay.
agency, and you roll out the same lineup again.
So
Do you make a hardcore effort to go after Trout at that point after you've lost the sweepstakes
Right.
for Machado and Harper?
Right.
There's
Then you have no choice.
nobody left.
Right,
There's
right.
nobody left of that caliber.
Right.
That's gonna, Do you then sit down with Anaheim and say, is he on the market? Are you willing to listen to trade offers?
Right.
And what's it gonna take?
Yeah. Yeah.
If anybody has the prospects, the Phillies have plenty of prospects.
I get that, but
you give them
here's
you give them a couple of starting players, a Hernandez, a Franco, what's it going to take?
Do you think Trout would take less money to come here next year? No, I don't.
I don't think it's
don't.
about less money.
No,
I don't think it's about less money.
No.
The man's a legit 5-tool player.
Yeah,
He's worth every penny that you're going to pay.
yeah, I get that. But is the Phillies organization willing to give up the revenue they're going to get from empty seats for another year by doing that. Because that's what it's all about to them.
I understand that. I think they're looking to make a splash now.
Right.
I really do.
That's what I think too.
I'm not saying.
I don't think they're going to.
I'm not saying that they're going to win.
No.
I'm not saying that they're going to win either one of these guys.
Right. But they got to make a good.
They've got the resources, and they're going to show the fans, "Hey, we went after them."
Right.
But is it of the same caliber as going star hunting as the Sixers did, and LeBron said, "I'm taking my talents to L.A."
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we up again? Is that the same?
No,
I think the same thing.
I think that was a half-ass effort.
Harper's a West Coast guy.
I understand that. I understand that. But I think what they did for LeBron was half-assed. I think it was just.
So you're saying they didn't make the big pitch?
I don't think they did.
Really?
Yeah.
You got insider information?
No, it's just my thought. It's just my thought.
You just burst my bubble.
I think they knew he wasn't going to come here, so they're like, here you go. We'll give you this. I don't think they really made a good effort. That's just I could be 120% wrong, and I usually am wrong. But that was just my thought.
Can we move on?
Yes, we can.
Let's bring up a name that's near and dear to everybody's heart.
Wait, is this Peterson's visor?
It could be.
It could be. So that's what we're saying. We're going, it could be. Let's see. Okay, so I think Trout is under contract until after the 2020 season.
So
we have to wait another year.
Yeah, next year. 2019 season, and then he becomes a free agent in 2020.
So we should be good. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, move on.
Hall of Fame ballot.
Hall of Fame ballot. Who is it?
Number 41.
You got it. One of my favorites.
Charlie Manuel.
Yeah.
Does he get in?
I hope so. I really do. Because, I've met him so many times. Once was here. Remember standing back there talking to him for 20 minutes to a half hour after a signing. And then I met him a couple other times other than that. And he's just...
Charlie's the best.
Oh, my God. I love him to death.
What a baseball lifer.
Yeah, he is.
Just an absolute baseball lifer.
Yeah.
And, to be in consideration, his boy Jim Tomey's got to be...
I'm sure.
Pretty excited.
I'm sure.
To have Uncle Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm
a Tommy fan, too.
Even being talked about.
Yeah.
So... good luck to Charlie.
Yeah, I hope he does.
He's just what a good guy.
Yeah.
So we wish him the best.
Yeah.
On the 1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
Sad.
Very sad.
Sad. 1 year anniversary already.
Jesus.
Already.
That's hard to believe. Wow. Hard to believe he's been gone a year.
Perfect game, no hitter.
Yeah.
He was on his way to a big career, and then all of a sudden the injury, shut him down. And
God, now does he make it to the Hall of Fame?
I personally, I think with everything he's got going, yeah, I do.
He should.
I do.
I think he should.
I do.
He's accomplished so much. So
Cy Young Award winner.
Yeah.
He's got it all going on, and just not around to raise his boys. And
yeah, unfortunately.
I guess I don't know if his son's a junior or senior in high school, but I know he's already committed to Penn State baseball.
Really?
Yep, Penn State baseball. I wouldn't do that too much after last week.
Well, it's just for that.
That wasn't. Who dressed you today?
Me.
Oh God! They got shellacked.
I know.
They got beat up bad.
I'm an overall Pittsburgh
I know.
fan. I'm not a what have you done for me lately fan.
I know.
So.
Hey, yo, Philly.
Hey, there you go.
No, it's you know what? We're probably coming up on our magical.
It's an hour.
Time.
It's an hour.
And it's been a great fourth show.
It is.
I think we had some fun.
Before we go, anything you guys want to hear us talk about before we leave? Anything? Going once? Going twice? All right, we're done.
So here we are. Hopefully, we'll be back.
We'll be back next
again
week.
Next Wednesday.
Yep.
Another show in the books.
You got it.
We will pick a winner after the show, and we'll post it. Remember, you got to like and share, and hopefully you engaged in some conversation tonight with us.
So we got a lot of comments here. Like the page, share the page, get your friends to like our page and share the page, and we'll pick a winner.
We'll pick a winner,
and
Lauren will get it posted on the fan page.
On the fan page, it'll be
the winner will be on the fan page, and I'll just throw this out there. I'm just going to throw this out there.
One more comment from Carl
as we close.
Yes,
Corey Clement will be sitting here Friday night.
We need to announce that.
Friday night, Corey Clement will be in the house, 6:30 to 8. The winner, I'll get this signed by Corey for you.
There you go. So this,
I will take that
signed.
sticker off of there, and I'll have the Philly special Corey Clement sign that visor for you. So help us out, like, share, and engage in some conversation with us, and we'll see you guys next week. There you go, Coach. Thanks again.
See you guys. Oh, that was awesome. Oh.